Here is the latest updates to Exponential World. I simplified this dramatically. Instead of all those sliders that were really complicated, I took into account Melissa's comments on making this easy to use. There are only three. These are the probable things that are likely to happen. These are all the possible things, and then there's preferred. You can switch the dynamics based on these three, and then you can pick the primary thing that you're trying to focus on here. So social trust, economic disruption, whatever dynamic or dimension you're looking to get information about. As you move this timeline, now all of the information will move in real time. So as you move this up, it'll actually adjust everything within these charts. To add new dimensions or to edit them, click on Browse, and you can select up to 9 at a time. So you have AI, compute, money and finance, tech, society, geopolitics. You can scrub over, see climate, economy, positive signals. So that's how you adjust these parameters here. Then you pick your geography. Let's go to Nashville. There we go. I do have Davidson County here, and I'm on probable, and I'm going to pick economic disruption. So let's go in here. It gives me a high-level overview. So I can see the economy. If I click down these, I can see some more housing and infrastructure, population, a little bit bigger font, easier to read, and then where the sources come from. If I go into view profile, I can also see the dimensions. So if I hover over, I can see areas where Davidson County is performing and underperforming relative to the US and relative to the rest of the state. There might be some limited information for the rest of the state, but it's a good starting point here. So again, this is the preferred model here. How we got the preferred was we went out to the economic development website to see what the initiatives are that are within the scope of the control of that region. So obviously the region can't control things like inflation or war or some of these other technological advances, but the things that are within that sphere of control, that's what that's for there. As you adjust this here, you can actually see the dimensions actually change in real time below. We'll go back down here and show you a couple of other cool things. These are the ranked opportunities. So what the AI is actually recommending for this specific county to do. One thing I skipped over here, if you click on like economic disruption, it gives a score. It'll actually say why the score exists. So if I look at like social trust, it'll break down why the 23.92 score. Poverty rate creates moderate social service pressure, population gaining, labor force participation. So it breaks everything down for you and tells you why. As you go down further, there's some really cool data, but this is really neat here is you can actually see, if I want to look at manufacturing, there are two primary areas and then the jobs of manufacturing in this county, not a whole lot. But if I go to healthcare, I thought there'd be more. Let's go to retail. There we go, retail. So there's a couple of counties here with more jobs. I can actually see which area of town, which neighborhoods actually have that. You can adjust this by rotating it. You can tilt it or move back and forth. These are also available as reports. You can print these. They're full featured. Yeah. And what's really cool is you can also compare. So if I want to compare Davidson County to Ottawa County in Michigan and Hamilton County in Indiana, I can see, how these counties compare along these different dimensions broken down here. Just like that. And you can also create printed reports as well. Okay. So let me go back. Oops, 1 second. Where am I at here? Okay. So what I want to do now is show you one other cool thing. Let's go back to the United States. There are things like branches. So these are the possibilities of things that can occur. 3 different versions of them. You can see what's preferred, possible, and probable. Let me show you where those are actually stored. If you click on these 3 dots here, you have Steep Viewer. So one of the things that you mentioned, Dean, was mixing the positive with the negative. So there are different dynamics that are at play. Positive, neutral, and preferred, neutral, and unpreferred. This is using fresh data, and they can refresh this by clicking that. So this is the probable futures. If I want to change what these ones I'm focusing on, these are all dynamically generated. So these are not select, you can't make your own. But if you double click on one, I can actually select that as a battery shortages, or if there's a trade fragmentation, I can just double click and get those to be the primary things I'm looking at. If I want to, I can go back and reset the defaults. Okay, close that up. Wildcards, these are the black swan events of things that could happen. And then these are the branch decision points. So things like Ukraine conflicts, sovereign debt, energy crisis, Taiwan Strait. So there's a lot of different aspects of things here. There are some other predictions as well. That's still in works. There are some settings. Right now it's in autonomous mode. You can move to manual override. We can pick the sources of where you want to get data from. You can select the currency peg if it's USD, gold, or Bitcoin for various scenarios, and then you can adjust forecasts and the weight of those forecasts. So much more simple. I eliminated the villager view entirely, um, and you can see here the sources here of when it was refreshed. But yeah, take a look at it. Let me know what you think. I think right now I only have a few counties in Michigan. I have a few counties in Indiana, um, Tennessee, and Louisiana. So I'll be adding some more. If you have any other thoughts or comments or feedback, please let me know.